success amnesia first. A lot of the times you're like, oh, things are not going great in my business, or I don't know how to do this with like my systems or my team or something. And we forget about all the things that we know how to do. Like you've done a lot of hard things in life. And you can do those same hard things in business. It's just translating that. So what if earning more money and repeating those sales was all about celebration? Think about how we celebrated the money, how you made the money to begin with. So you want to be so intimate with how you made it, and you want to learn the steps on how to make it again. It's hard to repeat sales if you have a sale, you get, and then you forget about it, or you're frustrated or concerned. Think about like a graduation party, right? You graduate from college and you have a graduation party, and it's easy to remember because you're like, I celebrated it with family and friends. They literally know I got this degree. But imagine you got like a master's degree and you didn't tell anyone and you didn't like talk about it at all. It's easy to forget. It's like, did I even get a degree? Like, I didn't tell anyone. It's all in my brain. So that's why I call it success amnesia. Because when we don't talk about our successes or we don't highlight them in our brain, it's just something that happened, right? We don't realize how much we've been through when you don't talk about it, when you're not really intimate with the steps of it, right? So how to prevent success amnesia is one, actually acknowledgement, right? It doesn't even have to be one to prevent success amnesia because no one wants amnesia. You want, oh, a couple more people are coming. Let me see. Okay. So you want to acknowledge your success, right? Because if you need coaching, ladies, just put coaching in the chat. But you want to acknowledge your success because it's so easy to forget about your success when you're not acknowledging it at all. Two, is you want to be intimate with what made you successful, right? Intimately know the details. Know details. So it's so easy to go, woe is me, right? I'm not making sales. I'm not like my business isn't successful. I haven't made a sale or closed a call in a while. You want to intimately know the details of your success so you don't forget about it, right? Every time you have a success or a celebration in your business, you want to one, acknowledge it, and two, know the details of how it happened, right? It's one thing going back to like graduating college, right? When you have a graduation party, everyone knows that you graduated. They know the details. You were probably talking to them about how hard school was, or how much you commuted, or how much you did this, or how much debt you have, right? But you celebrated the degree at the end. So it's very hard for anyone around you to forget that you actually got the degree. But when you, like in business, when you forget that you closed that sales call, or you forget you got, you made your first $10,000 in business, and you're like, oh, I just did it. Time to move on. You forget your success recipe. And it's so easy to have amnesia and think that you don't know anything when you're not acknowledging that, right? Three, a lot of it is remembering and acknowledging. Intimately know the details. And three is repeat. Repeat, right? If you don't acknowledge what's happening in your business and you don't know the details and you're like, oh, it was just a fluke, or I just got lucky making that sale, then you are cutting yourself off at the knees because you'll never, ever acknowledge how much you're really building up your business, all the skills that you're learning. At the end of every year, you should have a laundry list of everything that you've done. And if you're not remembering, it means that you're not acknowledging enough. You should all have something that you have celebrated every single month in your business, whether it's big or small, because it shows you progress. But if you never celebrate it at all from January to April, then you're going to think your business is the worst. You're not going to recognize everything that you've done. So that's why it's so important to acknowledge what's happened and to prevent success amnesia, right? So if you're kind of in this place and you're like forgetting about how great you are as an entrepreneur, I really want you to think about what happened. Drop what you're acknowledging. One small thing you learned in the month that you want to celebrate. So you don't have amnesia, right? Whether it was a hard conversation with team, whether it was like a follow-up that you did for the first time, right? Whether it was showing up for coaching, right? What is one small thing that you're going to acknowledge so that you can repeat that success?